are privileged again to be visiting our garden, and today we are going to check again the status of our squash. And first up is this one. You can see right now, without the rope as a support to our vine, this vine might have to been teared up, but because of the support, the rope that we established before, that it still is able to withstand against the weight, because right now the weight of this squash is increasing. You can vividly observe it, right? It is increasing. In this particular section, perhaps in the previous blog, you noticed that there are plenty of squash here, but it became part of the mortality. Okay, the squash here was plucked prematurely, even in here and in here also. The reason we seldom come here and we have shortage of the supply of the water. These squash fruits must have not been plucked prematurely if we, during the premature stage wherein they were successfully being pollinated, we were able to sustain the water, but unfortunately we failed in that aspect. So next up is this one. If you're going to observe also the distribution of the nutrients towards the fruit, it seems uneven, because it's like a mountain hiding a certain portion of the mountain. There is a portion which is not proportionately being distributed with the nutrients. That is why the face seemed to be undergoing a Botox surgery. Is it a Botox, or like the cosmetic surgery being undertaken to the faces, wherein the other part become bulge and the other part has been reduced in its size? So that is my observation. That is my weird observation in this squash. But even so, it keeps on growing. In fact, if you are going to just be carrying this one, it is difficult. So I believe the next time that I need to come here, I need to establish or fix a support system here in this particular section, although it might be a hindrance for my side as I'm going to be watering it. But I'm flexible. I can do that. I can adjust, of course, for the sake of the squash. And even the rope here, it is so tight, and felt the pressure of carrying the weight of this squash. Next up is this one. So it seems that the vine is small, yet the fruit is big. Yet fortunately we already have been preventive, so that as the weight is going to increase, then it will survive. Okay, we are so happy, and I pray that this is going to be protected from any intruder. This one seemed to be reaching the stage of maturity, so it is nearing. If you can see right now the spots in the skin, similar with the last year's accomplishments. If it reaches this stage already, it is reaching maturity, especially this one. I mean, the skin has powders in its appearance, and that signals us that it is mature. So another squash that is growing here. Previously it was actually albino in its color, and perhaps because of less exposure in the sunlight, and this time it thrived. And even if like there was a scarcity in the supply of water, it was unaffected. And wow, the branch or the vine nearby is producing this young fruit. So I need to prune the vine so that the concentration of nutrients is going to be on the fruit itself, and I need to pollinate this. So I just found a pollen. Okay, and I need to pollinate this one. Yes, this is what we have to do. Okay. Okay, another one is hiding here. I didn't notice that there is a fruit here, although they seem to be sickly, but I hope that you can thrive, right? There's already water in here. Please. So the fruit there has been plucked prematurely. We have twins here. So they have a support already. This one we have a doubt because the growth stagnated and it crumbled. So just today I put the support system so that it can carry the load, taking into consideration the vine is so small it cannot sustain that long. And that one seemed to be like growing sideways. Okay, this one is small at this point, yet it is growing in an elongated manner. It lengthened, so even if there are places or spots which seem to be crumbling, please continue to grow. Okay, this one needs to be pollinated. I'm going to look for pollens. Okay, able to find a donor or pollen, and it has a lot. So able to find pollen, and it has plenty of pollen grains. Okay, it even scatters here on the single leaf. Wow, this one is growing steadily and consistently, and this one is growing comfortably. It is growing comfortably. So good. And there's also another one there. There's also another one there. I hope it will continue to thrive, because there is a signal that it is not going to thrive. This is the other side of the squash. Let's have a look. Still very young. One thing that I noticed, that even if like we are at the end part of our planting season, still there are vines that is so busy in providing us fruit, and we are so happy, and this is one of the evidences of it. So in this side, it could no longer be accommodated on the lens of my camera because it's very big. This one also becoming so big. You know, with the support system that we established just now, this squash is now sitting comfortably. This also is seated comfortably. It became weighty, but it is being supported with ropes. Wow, the hook is turning brown, so we have to wait for it to become dry, and that signals us to harvest the squash. There's one. You know, there's a rebound in its growth, and we can notice in here a rebound of it, even if it is like the terminal end of our season. Still there are squash that is growing, and including this one. It's still very young, and there is still another one here I saw. Yeah, this one. Wow, I hope this one is at the rearest part of it, and we have here in this corner. This is the first successful fruit, so I am praying that please be successful and grow big. Okay, our challenge here in this section are the black beetle. Yeah, it's our great challenge and competition.